For all our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, buy your ticket. Buy your ticket. The only opportunity we have right now is this. It's worth it. Go home and vote for Peter Obi. Home is home. For those that live in the diaspora, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. How can you just suddenly grow up and leave the house and leave your country? You don't see people in the United States of America leaving their countries. You don't see people in Europe leaving their country. You don't see, even in Dubai, you don't see their citizens leaving. How can you just wake up and suddenly you left home just for what is so-called greenhouse pasture, when the land was originally made green by God? The only opportunity we have right now is this. Enough is enough. There is an adage that says in Esa, Ekan Bukbebe Ebai or Welokile. And what this means is this. When the sound becomes too pronounced in the food of the blind man will identify, we notice. That's what it is. Few people cannot just come together and decide our future. Take money just to decide our future. They come together, they take dollars in the name of delegates. And now they want to decide the future of our kids. Our future is in our hands. And PVC has to be in our head as well. If you've not registered to vote and you just on social media talking, you're not happy. That's not going to work. Our votes count. That's one thing you need to understand. If the vote don't count, you will see them buy votes. Why do they buy votes? Because the votes count. That's why they buy votes. That's why they could spend sometimes 20,000, 30,000 buying people's conscience. And do you want to tell me somebody that has spent currently now, that has spent almost $500 million just to get a ticket to run under a party is coming to come repair Nigeria? They're not coming to come repair. They're coming to come cause more havoc to the country, the only country we have. And we're not going to play games with this. And we don't have to play politics with this. Also, get your PVC. Go around, tell it about. Say it aloud that Peter Obi is coming. He's coming. He's not going to be able to do it alone, but at least we're going to get somebody that will make the right policies. The right policies and the right politics. At least. We wouldn't just have a president that will wake up one day and say, I'm going to be spending $1 billion in my kitchen. To do what? And you don't even eat. You don't look like somebody that eats. Nobody's using made in Nigeria because nobody's encouraging it. People can afford to spend dollars just to buy something from the United States. You know, people will prefer this because it's coming from the United States better than the one that is produced in Nigeria as of today. You know why? Because that's the information they have. We need a leader that will patronize our people. We need a leader we can talk to. We need a leader that will serve us, not a leader we will serve. We've had too many Baba. Let's have an Oku right now and an Oku and a big brother right now who has a tracking record on what he did before. He knows exactly what he's coming to do. He's done it before as a governor. So let's think about it. Let's not think that our votes will not count. It counts. Don't ever think about that. Don't be brainwashed. Because that's their techniques one. That's their techniques one. They'll tell you, don't worry, the votes don't count. They said it. We did it in Edo State. The youth they're going to use, we are the youth. We'll see what happens this time. The youth they used always are not ready for them this time. We are passing the news everywhere that we don't need these two people as our next president. We do not need Atiku at this time. Neither do we need the Baba. No! A man who believes that it's his right and it's time to rule Nigeria. Imagine that. Imagine that mentality. And I was listening to his speech, when his acceptance speech, and look at the way he demonized the Senate president. That's the person you want to have as president in power. That will not happen. And we say that will not happen. It's not just going to be through these words. We're going to use our PVC to vote against them. For those our brothers and sisters that are in the diaspora, book your ticket. It may be expensive. It's worth it. Go and cast your vote. Make it count. Let's have a home again. Let's have somebody that understands the economy again. Let's have somebody that people can relate with again. Let's have somebody that will serve the people again. Not somebody that people will serve in the name of Baba. We've had too many Baba. Babas should be at home while we serve them. And that's what we're simply talking about. Especially with what we've seen from the APC flag bearer, is crystal clear that we're going to be having somebody that is worse than President Buhari coming to power. Are we not daft? Is anything wrong with us? So if I still think rightly, why would I want to choose either of these two? That should be the question. Why would so few people, some corrupt politicians just come together and give us two options that are not even sellable, that the Nigerian people said they don't want? Let's assume we even want to go by parties. Why did the APC give it to Osunbajo, for instance? Why must it be this very man? So it's time for us to make these decisions. And if this decision is going to go far, we both have a stake on it. And we also both have a role to play. I play my role, you play your role. You first of all get your PVC. Because if you don't have your PVC and you just shout OB, it's not going to go anywhere. Elections are not won here. Elections are won in the villages. Go around, tell it about. Tell your father, tell your mama, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your great-grandmother. Say it in Igbo, say it in Hausa, tell it in Yoruba. Tell them Peter Obi is the hope we have at this time. Tell them about it. Somebody called me at the course of our conversation. He said something. He said, elections are not won on social media. Those that will vote, they're in the village. I told the person, I said, you're very correct. But those in the village we're talking about are the people we talk to, are the people we assist, are the people we can influence. We influence them positively and tell them the truth, and they listen to us. When we talk to them, they listen. And why do they listen? Because we're not coming to sell a bad candidate to them, because they also have their eyes, they have their ears, they can see. We know where Buhari brought us to. We know how he crashed the dollar. We know that, we know all these things. We know all these things. The records are there. We know where we were in 2015. We know how many people that, we can't even count how many people that died as a result of Buhari coming to power. And now you want to give us Jagaban? Oh no.